Folks, here we are. It's the end of the year. There's never a shortage of real estate stories and drama that we can share with you. Not today. Shortly, we're going to give you the home prices and insights for week ending December 20th. But before that, I want to introduce my son, Daniel. He's part of Team Sessa. You don't see him on the video often, but he's part of every video because he's the producer of the show and does a ton of stuff behind the scenes. Daniel?
You know, I recently looked at the numbers, and we have done 682 videos on this YouTube channel. 682 videos.
I can't even remember when we started it. 682, wow. It
was a while back. It was a while back. But we want to thank you guys so much. We know this year we've had so many new subscribers, so many new viewers, and we want to thank you guys so much for all your support this year. In 2024, we have some changes coming up. We're going to be announcing that soon, but we're excited to see you guys then.
We appreciate your support. Wishing nothing but health, happiness, and prosperity for 2024. Have fun and be safe. Now, let's get into the home prices and insights for week ending December 20th, 2023. So here we are, folks, the end of 2024. I'm about to show you the real estate numbers for Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Markham, and then condos for all York region. Now, throughout the year, every time there's a long weekend, a holiday, anything like that, I'll kind of say, take these numbers with a grain of salt. This Christmas season, New Year's, Christmas, this holiday season is the biggest holiday of the year. So take these numbers, especially these final numbers, with a grain of salt. What we're looking for, though, is the overall trend to finish the year, to see how are we finishing the year off, which is leading into how we start the year. So let's get started. Here's a quick summary. Average sold price, Vaughan, Markham, Richmond Hill, going into week ending December 20th. So it's the last full week before Christmas. All three areas took a price drop in average sold price for detached properties. We're going to start off with Vaughan. I have a whole year broken down by week for Vaughan. This is detached properties only. 16 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Now, sales really haven't come down that much. I mean, 16, 15, 17, 16. We would expect, as we see normally, sales dropping headed into Christmas and then the winter months, but not in Vaughan. So 16 detached properties were sold. Average sold price came way down to just under 1.6 million, sitting at 1,598,000. You know, overall, prices have come down for detached properties in Vaughan, but it's not as bad as some other neighborhoods where we've seen. Let's look at 1,598,000 for this week ending December 20th. That number is 9% lower than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 15% lower than where we were this time a year ago. And it's really, even when you look at the dotted line here, which is a 4-week moving average, because our sampling is so low, so few sales, although they're pretty steady, overall sales are so low, the sampling is not that high, and we get these peaks and valleys, and it kind of has a big yo-yo effect with the chart here. 16 were sold, only 13% sold at list price or more. Year-to-date sales, so January 1st to December 20th, this year we have 8% fewer sales versus year-to-date last year. And that's how we're going to finish off. 8% fewer sales of detached properties. Listings, yes, they're coming down. Active listings, yes, they're coming down. 11% fewer listings year-to-date this year versus last year. And months of inventory, sitting at 4 months of inventory. You know, months of inventory was climbing, and now for the last month and a half or so, kind of seems like it's dropping. We're sitting at 4 months of inventory. I would have expected, the way things kind of are out there, that months of inventory stays the same, hovering close to the 5 mark or maybe a little higher, but it's actually been coming down. And that's, we saw active listings coming down, but we've not really seen sales coming down. Although sales are low, they're quite steady still. Here is Richmond Hill. Similar, they're not really coming down that much. We're sitting at 12 detached properties were sold. One of those was at $2 million or more. Average sold price down from the previous week to $1,741,000. Now you could easily see average prices across Richmond Hill coming down. Compared to last year, 1741 is 1% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is no percent higher. It is higher. I put the arrow still to show that, because we round off these percentages, it is a fraction. It is on the positive side. So no percentage change, but just a little bit compared to last year. That's the median price of $1,687,000. It's easier to see what the 4-week moving average is doing in Richmond Hill, and it has been trending down. Overall, year to date, we have 8% fewer sales of detached properties across Richmond Hill. That's January 1st to December 20th. Listings, we have 6% fewer listings, and months of inventory sitting at 4.0, right in the middle of a balanced market. Here's Markham. 17 detached properties were sold. Average sold price is $1,741,000. 17 were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Compared to last year, 1741 is 4% higher than where we were this time a year ago. The median price is 4% higher also than where we were this time a year ago. $1,663,000 is the median price. Sales. Almost every area, every neighborhood, every area across the GTA has fewer sales this year to date versus last year. Almost every area. Markham is one of the few that has more sales this year versus last year. Markham has 1% more sales. Listings, 7% fewer listings. So fewer listings, more sales, kind of doesn't make sense, but that's what's happened. The market has been a bit tighter in Markham than a lot of the other areas. Certainly more tighter than what it's been in Vaughan and Richmond Hill. More competitive overall. And that's why you see months of inventory for Markham, where for Vaughan and Richmond Hill, you're sitting in the 4s. Here you're sitting at 2.3. Here's 3 months of inventory here. There's white space. You don't see white space in a lot of the areas right now, but you're sitting at 2.3 months of inventory, and it's been coming down the last few weeks. Here's condos. Now this is for all of York region. 30 condos were sold. None of those were at $1 million or more. 30, look, it's not dropping. 30 is not a lot, folks. I mean, we've sold 60 now. We've done double that, and we've done even triple that before in the past. So 30 is not a lot, but it just hasn't dropped really much lower than that. So 30 were sold. Average sold price coming way down. It's now at $637,000. 637 is 3% lower than where the average sold price was a year ago. The median price is 11% lower, and it's pretty clear looking at the dotted line. Condos across York region, prices are trending down. Condos are taking a beating across York region. Sales, year to date, we have only 1% fewer condo sales, and listings, we have 1% more listings. There's lots more listings to choose from. Months of inventory has been climbing, although the last few weeks it kind of looks like it's coming down, but overall been climbing, now sitting at 4.6 months of inventory. Here's a summary. In most cases, no matter where you are, Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Markham, you are going to experience a balanced market. there's going to be a lot of other areas also where it's going to be a buyer's market. And some, few, but some areas, there's going to be a bit of competition for that one house that's desirable. Now, desirable could mean the way the house looks, but it's a combination of looks, pricing, how many other buyers want to buy it, all that. It's been an honor presenting this data to you throughout the year. So excited to bring in 2024, wishing you nothing but health and happiness. We'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.